One of the reasons that people buy DSLRs is to get that really lovely shallow depth of field look in both photos and videos that you can't get with camcorders and point and shoot cameras. But there are times where you don't want that look, and I'm standing in one of those excellent examples. So I'm mostly talking about video right now, but this works for photo too, and I've talked about it in the past with a video about taking pictures at scenic locations and setting a really small aperture, which is going to give you a very large depth of field. You want to do the same in this case for video, and it's even more important to do that because as you're panning the camera across a beautiful scene like this, you are going to be able to keep everything in focus if you start with a really nice large depth of field, which is that small aperture. So this is one of those times I recommend shooting on M or AV, but I really like M so that the camera isn't changing any exposure on you while you're panning. The look you start with is the look you finish with, and the camera's not brightening the dark areas. I find that distracting, but there are times where it's useful to do that. And if you would watch my other video, I talk about auto ISO. Really, it's the ISO is the only one that I would allow to be changed while I'm shooting video, but I'm getting off topic. So shooting with M here, and what I recommend you do is you shoot at a really small aperture. I am shooting right now at f22. It's a little too dark, so I'm going to bring that down to f18, which brightens up the scene a little bit, and I'm at ISO 400 and 1/50th of a second. And now as I pan across this area, everything is going to be in focus. So let me stop talking and just kind of show you an example of panning across this area. So that's it, a really quick, simple tip. For another benefit of this is you know that the autofocus in all of these DSLRs, Canon, Nikon, Sony, none of them are very speedy. And there are times that as you're panning across a scene where you may notice it trying to keep stuff in focus. And if you let it do that, it can be distracting during the video. By setting this really small aperture, which gives you a large depth of field, you can remove that distracting element, and the camera is on manual focus as I panned it across the scene. So I hope this tip helped. As I often say at the end of these, I have lots more videos coming. Please subscribe so that you don't miss any, and your subscription encourages me to keep making them if I know there are people out there that appreciate them. So thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe.